The core premise of any Monster Hunter title is to hunt monsters to upgrade your gear, so that you can hunt tougher monsters, repeating this cycle until you've studied the ecology to extinction. While a huge part of that is crafting better pieces of gear, another very important element is the upkeep of your armor, upgraded via armor spheres, giving you the most bang for your buck for your individual armor pieces, and ensuring that you're increasing the single most important stat, your raw defense, to improve your survivability after you've maximized your health with Health Boost 3. Early on, whilst you're swapping gear very quickly, you might not really feel the pinch, but it's only later once you start exploring with builds more, and the monsters hit a lot harder, that you'll really need to start thinking about making sure you've got enough armor spheres for your gear. I've rounded up a spread of events that allow you to farm for armor spheres efficiently, including a few in base game, even though I'm pretty sure you won't really need them until you've reached Iceborne, to allow you to plan ahead and make sure that your gear is in tip-top shape. I'm Lighted Up Dan. The sort of content I love to produce aims to reduce the overwhelm and unknown of the Monster Hunter games. If you're instead looking for a roundup for the best ways to farm decorations, you may want to check that out after this one. A massive thank you to the 20% of you who really turned up and subscribed to the channel, with the majority of you returning from shorts or other guides. If you enjoy the videos, do subscribe, and with that said, let's jump in. Wicked Wildspire Warfare is an HR 8 event against a Diablos and 2 Barretts in the special arena. As I say, in low and high rank, you're swapping gear out so quickly, which improves drastically, that you don't have too much of a need for armor spheres, or even when you do use them, you're not really going to run out. But on the off chance you do, or you just want to upgrade a bunch of different early armors for whatever reason, this is available to you. As you're fighting 3 monsters, their HP totals are reduced, so they'll each go down pretty easily and quickly. Utilize the special arena's traps, bait out a turf war between them, and once you're done wrangling these wicked Wildspire wastes of space, you'll be rewarded with a bunch of armor sphere pluses, providing 5 upgrade points when used to level up your armor, and maybe a couple of basic armor spheres which provide 1 point. In the highly unlikely event that you're gagging for armor spheres at HR 8, this will help you out. Mosswining and Dining is an HR 11 event in the arena up against 5 Mosswine. They're not normal Mosswine though, they are giant and will one-shot you even in fully upgraded Fatalis gear. Using your slinger to fire rocks at them will stagger them momentarily, allowing you to go in with your big bonking weapon, which is a great choice for this to get your stuns easily, and take them out quickly before they can charge you down. After a bit of practice, the only one that can really catch you out is the giant porker at the end. So after you've huffed and puffed and bonked them into bacon, you'll be rewarded with a random selection of all of the available base game armor spheres. You can see I got a heavy armor sphere here worth 200 upgrade points, the most powerful one available in base game. Not only that, but you get 54k Zenny for doing this, and often get additional gold eggs as well. So a fantastic quest which is primarily for farming Zenny, but can be used for armor spheres as well. It's just kind of random. Rolling with the Uragan is an HR 13 event up against 2 Uragan in Elder's Recess. If you don't fancy rolling the dice on whether you're going to get any armor spheres and if they're going to be any good, this might be a better choice rather than Mosswining and Dining. But overall, I'd say stick with that one because you might not even get many armor spheres from this one either. As you're facing off against 2 Uragans, their HP totals will be reduced, and they are actually both present at the same time, so you can end up fighting them simultaneously. Make use of the environmental traps in Elder's Recess, watch out for their sleeping gas, and once you're done getting chinned into next Tuesday, you'll be rewarded with an array of advanced armor spheres and armor sphere pluses, giving you 20 and 5 upgrade points respectively. See here, I only got 2 advanced armor spheres, so I would say stick with Mosswining and Dining, although all of these Uragan parts are super useful if you want to make their armor, which is fantastic. Into Master Rank now. Paolumu Lullabies is an MR6 event up against a Nightshade Paolumu in the arena. Similar to Mosswining and Dining, this has a special gimmick to it, in that it's a miniature Nightshade Paolumu and it hits like an absolute ton of bricks. You do not want to get hit, and you certainly don't want to be put to sleep, so make sure however you do it via your skills or the charm that you come in with 3 sleep resist. Somewhat counterintuitively, its miniature nature makes it a very easy target to hit because it doesn't move about too much, so boop this sleep paralysis demon on the snoot, and once you're done counting sheep, you'll be rewarded with a selection of armor spheres which can include heavy and even king armor spheres too, giving you 200 and 800 upgrade points apiece. You also get 81k Zenny, and there's a really good chance that you'll get gold and silver eggs. So once more, primarily a Zenny farming quest which are fantastic for you to use your lucky vouchers on to maximize your gains, but pretty solid for armor spheres as well, you're just kind of rolling the dice. Balloon Fight is an MR6 event up against a Paolumu and and a Nightshade Paolumu in the special arena. This one is seriously not worth. I've just included it for the sake of completion, but you're way better off just doing Paolumu Lullabies, getting tons of Zenny, and a chance of getting some pretty powerful armor spheres too. Utilize the special arena's traps against them, use the Nightshade Paolumu to put the regular Paolumu to sleep so you can just focus on one at a time, and make sure you've brought 3 sleep resist or you will hate life. Once you're done deflating these deranged drowned rats, you'll be rewarded with a bunch of hard armor spheres providing 80 upgrade points. One single king armor sphere provides 800 upgrade points, worth 10 hard armor spheres, so this really isn't worth it. Stick to Paolumu Lullabies. Talk about a party foul as an MR19 event up against a seething Basilgeuse in the special arena. In addition to debating how to actually pronounce Basilgeuse, Basilgeuse? I'm fairly certain this monster is something that no one actually enjoys fighting, like drinking whiskey or black coffee. You're lying to yourself. Make use of the special arena's traps, including the Dragonator. Do go out of your way to get wall bangs as well, as the monster's constantly charging at you, so it gives you a nice damage window to actually crack on. And once you're done getting blown up into Hunter Chutney, you'll be rewarded with a bunch of heavy armor spheres giving you 200 upgrade points, with a chance to get some king giving you 800 upgrade points. This one's much more worthwhile to do if you're actually after armor spheres, but being MR19 is locked behind the latter part of the Iceborne campaign. Onto our post-Iceborne campaign quests now. A Farewell to Zinogre is an MR24 event up against a Zinogre in the arena. If you've caught any of my other videos, you've probably seen me cover this event so much. It's because it really does cover all bases. It's a fantastic event to run. This Zinogre is special in that all the shinies that it drops are actually Steamworks fuel, so going out of your way to maximize part breaks and wall bangs will ensure that you get tons of shinies and therefore tons of fuel. So maybe coming in with 3 part breaker would be useful, and you can also bring Plunderblade along to increase the number of items you get. Once you're done murdering for fuel, you filthy colonizer, you'll be rewarded with various Dragonvein coals. You're hoping for the giant ones, in addition to any of them that you carved and picked up from shinies. Running Steamworks at ×10 is one of the most effective ways to get just a ton of useful stuff, including very powerful armor spheres. The sheer number of armor sphere pluses and advanced armor spheres, although weaker, is still a tremendous amount of upgrade points. And then you've got the hard, heavy, and king armor spheres, worth 80, 200, and 800 upgrade points respectively. If you were only ever gonna do one event again to farm for armor spheres and get a bunch of other stuff too, it would be this one. But if you don't want to always spam Steamworks, you do have another choice. Brand New Brute is an MR24 event up against a Brute Tigrex in the arena. While farming a Farewell to Zinogre and constantly running Steamworks is gonna be better in terms of getting your armor spheres, it can get old. This quest is special like a Farewell to Zinogre in that there are extra shinies dropping off, and this time they are directly armor sphere pickups. So once more, your part breaks and wall bangs are going to be very effective here to maximize on the amount of items that you're getting. Brute Tigrex constantly does its shout attack, so I really like Lance as a matchup, but of course use whatever you're comfortable with and gets you through the fight effectively. 3 part breaker will once more be useful, and Plunderblade will net you additional armor spheres too. Once you're done jostling against this teenager with its temper tantrums, you'll be rewarded with a bunch of armor spheres, including the most powerful ones in the game. Hard, heavy, and king armor spheres are available for 80, 200, and 800 points respectively, but you also have access to the most powerful true armor spheres, granting 2000 upgrade points. There's one guaranteed in the quest rewards, but you can also pick them up from the shinies and get them from the carves at the end too. So yeah, while a Farewell to Zinogre is the best one to do, it does get old constantly running Steamworks. This is a fantastic alternative to get loads of really good armor spheres. That is a wrap on your armor upgrading events. Trust me, once you get to MR100 and augmentation fully opens up for you, and you're doing all of your different armor augments, it gets crazy expensive, both for Zenny and for upgrade points. You might not think that you need this, but you will. Let me know how you get on in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If this or any of my other guides have been helpful, you can subscribe for more Monster Hunter content. We run open sessions all the time during the live streams over on Twitch, and daily over on my Discord as well. I will leave these links for you in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the new world.